Hello people of YouTube, this is Pastor Cool back again with Minecraft as always. And today guys, we are going to be doing some freeform creative. I'm going to be doing the tutorial of the spawner that was running in our vanilla world before we switched to FTB. I had a couple comments that they would like to see it. Should set up a tutorial warp area. Ooh, that'd be a good idea. But either way, I'm going to do the tutorial for how to set up a pretty decent mob spawner. The reason that I think I like it, mostly because whatever spawner you actually find is for your XP, and then everything else is strictly for item grabbing. So it makes it rather nice, just for the sake of you can have kind of some diversity in what your drops are, but still use it as an XP grabber. Only issue I've noticed with it is it's not exact. I think if I put more work into it, I could probably get a better... Man, I really need to find some flat area. If I put more work into it, I could probably find a like a nice sweet spot for everything, and have everything be one-hit kill, stuff like that. You know what? This is a really flat area. I'm gonna be right back. Alright guys, we're back. I took all that land that was here full of water and stuff, flattened it out, and I'll blend it a little bit better over here and this cliff and stuff, but I really wanted to just like get into the tutorial already. So, first things first, we are more or less going to pretend that we just kind of found a spawner. You know what, let's get a specialty block. So this will be our spawner. Alright, now with our spawner that's technically 100% here, and this would be our floor, which these are actually one more. We get to construct a box where it is centered. So you'll see it's supposed to be centered, but I think I centered it. Yeah. Alright. So 5x5 is the smallest you can go. Really, a 7x7 is probably about best, but for our own sizing purposes, I'm just kind of showing you the small stuff here. And let me get this box constructed. We'll be right back. Alright, we got our box constructed. Congratulations if you made it this far. Like I said beforehand, if you can do a 7x7, it's way better. It's going to be much more ideal. But a 5x5 will work as long as you make these walls surrounding it 2 to 3 blocks thick. If they're nice and thick, they can't spawn there. There's no possible way. The game won't judge for a light differential, and it'll just spawn them in the center here. So, 5x5, but 2 to 3 thick walls. Unless you can do a 7x7, then you can do a 1 thick wall. And right here, this will be what drives our mobs. Take this. And almost. Actually, you know what? We might be able to skip that process right there. Just do right this. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So we can ignore this little box that I made. Ignore that. Alright, so when mobs spawn, they would get pushed into the corner. Now, this spawner can be either skeleton or zombie. Preferably, I like skeletons just because their drops are nicer, so I kind of try to do skelly stuff. And now for the expensive bit. Signage. Sign. Sign. And just do this straight up. So, if you're doing this underground, you're going to have to dig this out. Whoops. Oh, misclick one, that one there. You'll have to dig this out, so you'll be kind of working in like a negative version of what I've just created here. So, oh god, we're getting there. And there we go. One more wall. So you'll probably have to dig out this tunnel, but that's alright. So, shouldn't be an issue. And then with this block right here, because we need it to be opened and available, we're going to put a sign there and a sign here. And then let's go ahead and you can either use half slabs. I prefer stairs, but just put them like this. Reasoning behind that is if the mob is playfully jumping, because they do automatically swim, the stairs will guide them in, where if it's just a whole block, they'll eventually get to a specific point where they're just kind of jumping. So the stairs do help a little bit. So first bucket of water. Now you'll see this bucket of water is not connected to this water, but graphically it is. So the water flow is going up. That's perfectly normal. See, if I just hold spacebar, I'll bounce around, but as soon as I hit this water, now I'm in the tube. Once I'm in the tube, it's nice and easy. We're just going to put water every other sign chunk. There we go. So now, if a mob spawns anywhere in this room, they're holding space, essentially. Consta swimming. You get into the tube, and then they just swim straight up. And they take no damage from this. Now, depending on what mob you get, stuff like that is going to have different factors as to how far you need to drop them and junk like that. It also depends if you want to attempt to get like a one-hit kill, or if you don't really care and you're just going to sit there all day. If you're going straight for drops, then just make it really high. I believe you can't go over 20 blocks because that's when they start to get all weird. Plus, this is kind of what we want to shoot for right now. So, now the turn. The turn here is important for multiple reasons. So, again, you're going to be digging this kind of underground, but I feel that it would be far easier. This has to be too tall. This would be far easier to kind of explain above ground. So that's kind of why we're doing it. So I have a sign here, and I need them to get up to this point. So this is where we get the kind of the combo tactic here. So this is our pipeline that's going to drop our mobs straight down. So this is where all the mobs are going to actually take their fall damage in this tube. The other tube is to just bring them up before they get dropped. Why I'm building this solely out of cobblestone, I don't know. You can build it out of any block other than glass as long as the light level's low enough. Blah, blah, blah. Game mechanics, you guys probably know that one. Alright, so I will put my water stream here. And another sign right here. So, the reason I like to use signs is because ladders actually stop fall damage along with vines. They can also stop fall damage. Signs hold it off. They just work the best. You could use a trap door here, but signs signs you can't stand on at all. Where trap doors, even if they're opened, yes, you can fall through, but if you're hugging the wall right here, you actually can stand on it. So mobs can actually eventually build up on the trapdoors, so I'd prefer not to use them. And seal it off. So now, this is just your basic, like, what would happen if you found any spawner. This works with zombies or skeleton spawners. You know what? Let's get me a night vision potion here. There we go. So I'm just holding spacebar right now. Just fly all the way up. Continuously holding spacebar, and oh no, it pushes me down. I land down here. Now with this, it's actually kind of a little obscure, but I found that it's a really nice trick to do, especially if you're going to end up doing a skeleton farm. Depending on how you're actually set up, do the last block as these disconnected half slabs, and then just surround it with regular stone or any solid material. And the only reasoning behind that is like that, because if you're running around down here on ground level and they're standing right here, you're punching at them. Oops. Or if they're up here, what these will do is they're actually going to catch arrows. And because they don't stick into a normal block, if an arrow passes to a block at a certain angle, and skeletons seem to be able to do it, I don't think players can. No, I don't think I can. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't seem like I can. Ah, this is a bad example. Well, skeletons, you'll see that they're like embedded in the actual stone themselves, like that right there, but they'll be black. And basically, they're stuck in the actual block, and they won't despawn. It's really, really strange. So if you set up just like this here, so now if they shoot down, they're shooting into this half slab, which they'll despawn almost immediately. So that's a huge bonus to not have poop loads of stress on your server. Alright, now back up to here. So here's our pipeline straight down. Now, if we want to add on to this, which we do, that's kind of the whole point of this, we're going to have another mob system on top of this. Reason for that, so we can get our different mobs. And we're, of course, going to set it up so that it's symmetrical and all that junk. Let's see. 5? That seems about right. 4, 5. There we go. Nope. Yep, that's 5. Okay. So, here is our mob system. Which, time saver wise, I'm just going to do a little poke hole here. Be kind of cheap about it, but World Edit is your master. What is it? I think, oh no, it's 4. Yeah, 4. Alright. So, now that we have our secondary pit here, we need some spawning spots, which we're going to make 2 tall. Nice and easy. You can always expand these spawning spots. Recommend, though, that you only do them a 3x3. And only reasoning on that is each pillar here that we're doing right here in the center, which, more night vision. Each pillar here that we're doing is gonna be our spawn spots that's out of the water streams and stuff like that. And then what you do is you just put a half slab in the center. So the reason that we do a 3x3 is the half slab in the center will stop spiders from spawning, so you don't have to worry about that. And any spot that a zombie or a skeleton does spawn on, or a creeper, do be aware that this does spawn creepers, they will almost immediately walk off. We're going to add a little bit of something to trick them into walking off even more so. But for now, let's get us some walls. And, you know, do this a little bit quicker. I don't know why I didn't think of this ahead of time. So I'm leaving quite a bit of this opened, mostly so you guys can see how this is supposed to be set up. I probably will close it off to do demonstrational purposes. Now we'll put a water bucket right here in the center, and you'll see it ends right in the middle. So we put a water bucket in each corner, and there we go. So now if a mob spawns up here, which they do, it's going to be your creepers, your extra skeletons, other zombies, whatever's not in the spawner, any 1x2 mob will spawn here. The reason that we are going to make it only 1x2, we don't want any endermen, is simply because we don't want any endermen. As soon as they touch the water, they'll teleport. It'll get to be a huge mess, so we're going to try to avoid that. If slimes do somehow spawn in here, they'll fall down just like everything else, and we don't have to worry about it. Alright, now our trapdoors. Trapdoors are fantastic because you can place them really fast. Look at how fast I'm placing these things. So, why are trapdoors necessary? They're not. They are 100% not necessary. But they do add another layer of efficiency. And what I mean by that is, as soon as I get them all up. Okay. Nope. I want this one up top. There we go. Alright. Damn you. There we go. Stop it. There we go. Alright, so now our mob system looks like this. The reason we're adding the trapdoors is it actually tricks the mob's AI and they'll believe that this is a walkable space. So if we just open them all up, which luckily no mob in the game can turn these on or off, so they're always going to be nice and open. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Come on, close them all. There we go. So now all the spawnable spaces on here, which this bothers me. No, stop that. Oh my god. There we go. Alright, so no mob in the game will be able to break any of those things, and they're going to pretty much walk off immediately. I think it's getting close enough to nighttime to where I can say spawn a creeper. See what happens. So, wait, creepers don't need nighttime, do they? No, Andy walked off almost immediately, fell down, took a bunch of damage, and yada yada yada, we'll have to go hit him. Come on, there we go. Why can't I hurt you? No. Let's hit him with a stick. Man, that's some weird bad lag. Oh, there we go. Oh, he died. I guess that's why I couldn't hit him. He died. Alright, let's try that again. Let's see how many punches it takes barefisted. So, fortunately, there is a little bit of time spent that he'll just kind of stand around. The benefit of this is usually mobs spawn in like a pack. So you'll get something like that. And then when they walk around, they like to push each other off. And that's really where this shines. So. Die! Sword. Ah! So. Sword damage, yeah. And then, as proof that this other side works here, we'll just throw some skellies in here. We'll pretend this is a skelly farm. Push them over. And I believe all my heights here are wrong, which is why I didn't specify a specific height. It's something you'll definitely have to toy with. I really just wanted to kind of show you guys the more or less main concept. There's our skelly. And spawn rates are also going to be kind of set up to how well you have the area lit up around the mobs. If the area around wherever you set this up, you have ridiculously lit, there's no spawn spaces within like 200 blocks, then this will be going so unbelievably fast that your head will spin. Now, because the added little bit of difficulty, grab us some hoppers. Alright, and pretend that this here is the room that you have constructed for yourself. To AFK in and be all happy-dappy and all that crap. There we go. So, start here, and we're just going to do a whole floor of hoppers. And the trick, if you hold shift, you can just aim hoppers into each other. So, that's wondrous. Another thing is, we can also hide light underneath hoppers. So we can just do this here. You know what? We'll make everything a light. Look at all this light. Look at this. Oh man, look at all that light. And there. And then on our last little bit here, grab us some carpet, whatever color we want. And just look at the wall. Make it nice and easy. Dog bark. You're gonna keep barking probably. Then shift click it up there. So now it's nice and lit up. Nothing will get you. You know, if you have like a door here and all that junk. Stuff falls down, and right here is our output. We can have that kind of run to anywhere. What I'm gonna do is I'll just have it run to a chest, which will be the easiest. There we go. And cover that back up. Cover this up. It may look nice. So then you just kind of stand here. Obviously, because I haven't sealed it off or anything. Oh, this little guy is not wanting to swim. Swim, little one. I encourage you. There he goes. Whee! Obviously, their spawn rates aren't very good on account of natural mob spawning is lessened in the creative worlds here, so I'd have to go up there and smash a bunch of eggs. And with the turn here, you do want to make that taller, but I've had some weird stuff with different servers require different heights because of different reasons, and I'm not sure as to why. I think it has something to do with just the way the server likes to handle mob movement. So if they're moving too quick, it'll like reset their height and all that stuff. So just play around with it. The magical number seems to be around 15 to 20 blocks tall for this pipeline for the skeletons. The pipeline for these guys up top for the straight fall, you can make as tall as you want, really, and they're going to just kind of die when they get to the ground. And then the beauty of it is this is also tileable, so the mob farm up here, you just put another one on top. I'm not sure who came up with the original idea for this. I have no idea, I just know that I use it a lot, so whoever actually did make it, thanks to them. So yeah, I know it's not a great tutorial, guys, because again, I just really want to show a lot of the basic stuff. It's design-wise, it's how you do it. Color-wise, don't build it all out of cobblestone. And again, you're probably going to have to do it underground, so it's hard to kind of show what you're going to be doing as compared to what I'm doing, because I'm doing it above ground. But all in all, guys, it's a really fantastic mob farm, especially if you have the materials for it, and you have a, well, mob spawner to your advantage. If you don't, you can obviously build just the top up here and just have a straight fall, but adding the mob spawner is going to add a lot. The reason that, and I know I might get this question all of a sudden, but the reason you don't want to put the mob farm up here, and it's actually really good reason, because here we go. If you put the mob farm up here, then this whole area that you set up will be completely useless, because the mob spawner is going to take up all of the spawning spaces all the time. So this up here you want to reserve for other mobs that you may not be able to get a spawner for, or that you may not, you know, want to actually turn into your XP farm. This is really kind of like your XP item getter combo. For the most part, XP wise, it's however quick you can actually get mobs to fall in and get killed. So it's kind of however you can, how good you can get your spawn rates. Item wise, you can just AFK here all day long and stuff will just keep dying. So that's kind of it for this tutorial, guys. I know it's not super duper fantastic, mostly just because I didn't really go over a lot of specifics. I just kind of went over a very generalized view of the whole system. And again, that's just because I'm kind of doing it in a reverse of how you have to do it underground. But gonna say thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, rate, comment, love it, like it, and as always, guys, if this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, you can go ahead and put that down in the comments and ask what you want for the next tutorial, that kind of stuff. I do read all comments, so I want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.